Alrighty, well, some 10-person IPA with a smaller pod. The wheels matter more. With a bigger pod, it's more important to find the colors that your neighbors are not in. Begin! These timers are absurdly long, so I'm gonna be. Hey, anyone, it's good to see you. Yeah, I do think that this format is one of my specialties. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you that knowledge that you're requesting. But already we have a fairly interesting first pick. I think there are only two cards in consideration. They're both blue and they're both 3 mana, and neither of them is recoil. They're Exclude and Samite Archer for me. I do like Kavu Climber, but double green off the bat is not really where I want to be. So the question is, do I want to take this card, which is super powerful but 2 colors? I could take the Exclude as well. The answer is probably to take the Exclude. I'm not, well, I don't know. The reason that I would be unhappy if I started with the Samite Archer is basically if I end up playing Grixis. Whereas Exclude can obviously go into that deck. Samite Archer I can play if I end up going Esper, or if I end up going Jeskai, both of which I think are really good decks. But one thing I'm thinking about too is just the nature of the 10-person pod. Yeah, Exclude is really good. I do think Samite Archer is the better card. Like, I think if these were the same in terms of mana requirements, I would take the Archer. But again, just thinking about the 10-person nature of the pod and all that, I think I will go with the Exclude this time. I don't like green very much at all. In IPA, I will pretty much do. I can play green. I have played green, but there's no removal. The only interaction is like pump spells. There's not really any evasion. And then there's fixing, which the whole point of the fixing is basically to play colors that aren't green and cards that aren't green. And I'm saying all that, and then all of a sudden there's a Harrow here, which admittedly is a really good green card. But I don't think it's what I'm going to take. This is a bit dogmatic of me, but I am a bit dogmatic about this format. I think I want to take Fairy Squadron. I think if I thought that green was a reasonable color, I would take Harrow. But because I don't, I just want to stay on color with my first pick. And I do think Fairy Squadron's really good. Recover is also a pretty nice one. Ancient Kavu, significantly better than it looks. Kavu Scout, not bad either. Crimson Acolyte, these cards have really high ceilings, but also pretty low floors. And then I basically never end up taking these tapped duels. Not that they're not good, more just that it's hard enough to get good spells and enough playables, so I feel like, for the most part, that's a luxury I can't afford. So I'm going to take Fairy Squadron over the Harrow, but here I think it's a pretty clear Tower Drake. Somewhat replaceable card in this format because there are other 3-mana 2/1 flyers like Coastal Drake. But just because it's replaceable doesn't mean that it isn't the best card for me. For instance, Prohibit, a bit harder to replace, but I think overall a worse card. Traveler's Cloak, I actually think this card is pretty good. I don't want to pick it very highly, but if I can get like one of these, that feels like a good number to me. Yawgmoth's Agenda, this is an interesting one. I've never played this card. You may play cards in your graveyard as though they were in your hand. So basically it's a Yawgmoth's Will, but it just sits there. But it's 5 mana. It seems like it could potentially be very strong. But it also, the no more than one spell each turn. I don't know. There's a chance that I could get really punished by passing this. My computer's lagging a little bit, which is slightly annoying, but thankfully I've got these high timers, so it should be fine. But the yes, Yeah, the Metathran transport is just not very exciting. I mean, sometimes the color changing bit matters. Um, anyway, there's a real chance that I'm underrating Yawgmoth's agenda and I should just be slamming it here, but I'm gonna ignore it, basically reducing variance by doing that. And wow, this is a nice late Dream Thrush. This is perfect for me. Because I've started with 3 blue cards, and this is one of the better blue cards I could reasonably expect to get at this point. Passing Vodalian Merchant, which is fine. Zap, which is better than fine. Not very much else. Those are really the only 2 relevant cards, but they are pretty relevant. And now, this is an interesting one. This is my first pick where I have like a real interesting / difficult decision, but I think the answer is just to take Phyrexian Lens. So let's take a look at the rest of the pack first. Yeah, Dream Thrush is quite good. I'm pretty surprised to get it 4th and definitely happy about that. But let's see, continuing to look at this pack. Phyrexian Lens clearly I think is better than Fertile Ground, so that's nice. Hooded Kavu I do think is good, but I do need to be both of those colors as well. Slinking Serpent, I could end up in black from here, but only good against green players. The only real competition would be the white cards, Shackles and Banalish Lancer, and then Opt is interesting as well, but no, I'm pretty sure that Phyrexian Lens just has to be the pick. And already I am committed to blue, which I think is a very strong color, and I have reasonable fixing, which is not, you don't always get to start IPA drafts like this, so I'm pretty happy about that. All right. Cauldron Dance. I don't think this card is spectacular. Reanimate something and then put something from your hand into play, and then they switch, which is bizarre. I could take Opt. I could take the Shoreline Raider as well. I wish my cursor wasn't lagging like this. So it makes me feel like I'm gonna mess up a pick or something. I think I already saw some Opts going around. I think I want to take Shoreline Raider. I do like Opt. I think it's a pretty reasonable card, but I really want to have one Shoreline Raider. Even if I don't end up playing it, this card can be just such a dagger as a sideboard card, and it's not totally unreasonable to main deck either. But I think I should be taking it over the Opt. Okay. So now, ooh, I think this card is quite good, if I'm not mistaken. So it's 6 mana, and it's Ray of Command, and then I sack the thing at end of turn, and I already have Dream Thrush and Phyrexian Lens, so I am going to be able to put this in my deck. So that looks really nice to me. Otherwise, there's Trenchworm. Tidal Visionary is not bad either, but it's not a card that I almost ever end up playing. It's more of like a speculative option. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about the Spinal Embrace. Cooper, I think, has a tendency to be Naya in IPA more often than I would recommend being Naya in this format. So I'm thinking that might be one reason that the draft is playing out like this for me so far. And now that I already have the one Shoreline Raider, I'm not particularly keen on picking up the second. So at this point, I'll just take the... yeah, I think he's probably a Kavu enjoyer. And yes, Springbok is definitely a blue mage. Springbok is one of the few opponents I really would prefer not to face in this format. I mean, it's good practice, of course, to face strong players, but basically saying that in general, I feel like I have a pretty big edge over the field in IPA, but not so with Springbok. Okay. And now I'm probably looking at taking Shoreline Raider number 2. This is a higher number of Shoreline Raiders than I'm used to picking up. Hey Mayhem Strength, good to see you. I could take Capuchin Unicorn. I don't really feel like I want to do that. So let's just grab the Shoreline Raider. Yes, Ryan gifted you a sub. Yeah, he was in a generous mood the other day, so lots of sub gifting happened. but let's grab this. And okay, this is interesting. Stand and deliver, but this is 3 mana bounce a permanent. That's not very exciting. Whereas we get this Salt Marsh nice and late. We already have the Spinal Embrace that we know we want to play. So that's going to be a pretty easy pickup. And this pack is not very good for me. I could like Hate Draft Wallop. I don't really care about Global Ruin. I don't really care about Reviving Dose. So basically I'm looking at Tainted Well or Geothermal Crevice. I don't think I need to be hate drafting. I guess I'll just take the Tainted Well. Not a card I'm excited to play, but it's just so unlikely that I actually want the Geothermal Crevice to do anything. And Phyrexian Reaper, okay, not the worst card in the world, sure. Nope, I am not coaching someone in this draft. We are just now offering coaching. Urborg Phantom is a pretty bad card. And it's for Vintage Cube specifically. The thing in the stream title is supposed to be supposed to suggest that, wow, that's a late Vodalian Merchant. Anyway, there's a command now, so if you do exclamation point and then coaching in the chat, then you should see some details about that there. All right, so we didn't lag badly enough that we missed any picks, so that's the good news. The other good news is that this draft is off to a spectacular start. We could potentially have a really, really insane deck. All right, and here, very clear-cut Magma Burst for me. This is probably the #1 common for me to potentially pick up here. 4 mana for 3 damage to one target, and then you can sack 2 lands and deal another 3 damage to another target. Always going to be happy to splash this. But also, Grixis is widely considered the best color combo. I don't have very much experience actually getting to play Grixis in IPA because I'm so used to it being cut. But if I get to play Grixis, presumably that'll mean that in pack 3 I'll have access to the blue-red cards, and that's one of the things you should basically always be thinking about, because the blue-red cards in Apocalypse are so powerful that it's almost worth like train wrecking your draft to be able to play them. That said, that might mean that Cooper is going to be less likely to pass them to me than all of the really nice blue cards that he gave me. I really cannot believe we wield the Vodalian Merchant. Like, this card is not like the best card in the world or anything, 2 mana 1/2 that loots on ETB, but there are a bunch of cards that bounce creatures in this set, actually in this pack. Wow, and now Stormscape Battle Mage. This is just spectacular for me. Yeah, these charms are sweet. I would be pretty happy with a Crosis's charm, Crosis, if we did end up going into Grixis, but given that at this point, all we know for sure is we're blue-black, and this is basically a Flametongue Kavu variant, and I'll presumably get some ways to bounce it. Like, this is incredibly good for me. Bogdown, yeah, they are nostalgic. I really like these discard effects, so Bogdown is really nice. I'm hoping to get at least one of these. Hobble is not bad, but I don't want to potentially put myself into white. Also, Samite Elder is quite good, so another pack where it's like, what is going on here? Here's this pack, which doesn't have anything spectacular for me. I think the clear answer is to take the Bogdown. Note that I could take Lava Zombie as a black-red card, and, you know, I'm looking at potentially being Grixis, but I would need to bounce a black or red creature, and almost all of my cards that I actually want to play are blue, so I don't really know if this is going to have creatures to bounce, and that's assuming that I even end up playing Grixis, which I might not even do. Yeah, Bogdown is really, really nice in this format. There's also Arctic Merfolk. This card can be okay. Sometimes it's really important to bounce your stuff, and we do have one card that's really good to bounce, right? The Stormscape Battle Mage that we just picked up. But I think there are other better ways to bounce something. It's true, Mayhem Strength, yeah. But I'm hoping to get one of the other ways to bounce it, which we'll see about that. Oh, okay. Sawtooth Loon. is one such way. And there's not really anything else in this pack, so I guess I'm supposed to... Yeah, it is good against things like Hobble, that's true. So I think I'm taking Sawtooth Loon, and I can be Esper splashing a Magma Burst, or I can be Grixis splashing a Sawtooth Loon. Both of those seem fine to me. Volcano Imp, Death Bomb, these cards are not terribly exciting. Aurora Griffin, whatever. But yeah, clearly Sawtooth Loon has a nice high ceiling. And this is an interesting pack for me as well. Now, Drownu's Pet and Rushing River. So Rushing River is one of the other bounce cards that I was talking about being really good. But a lot of the time, I think Drownu's Pet just kills people. I also think it might be a bit easier to get another Rushing River, right? Remember, there are 10 people in this draft, so if blue is as like half as open as it seems to be, there'll probably be other chances to get this. It's also a small set, so lots of the commons will show up multiple times, whereas this is a rare. Where in blue and black, we're probably not going to get another chance at this card. So I'm going to get a tiny bit greedy and take the Drownu's Pet, but I think there's a chance, a pretty good chance that this is correct, regardless. The fact that when you discard the card, the creature also, like the Drownu's Pet gains flying, makes a big difference, I think. Okay, here's an interesting one. So now they're giving me Samite Elder, Confound, and Dromar's Charm. I don't think I should take Dromar's Charm. It's nice to think about a potentially, triple on color charm as a sweet option. But remember that as a removal spell, it's only a Disfigure, which for 3 mana and 3 different pips, that's not a very good deal. You'd be more interested in the cancel, and that's not that exciting. Yeah, it does feel like Esper is pretty open. Confound, I do really like this card. I did not used to love this card, but now I think it's just always quite good. But I think I should be taking Samite Elder. This card has a very high ceiling. Sometimes this card's just unbeatable. I also don't want to be in a position where I'm passing 2 of these cards to Cooper. So I'm going to take this. And now I'm looking at Sisei's Ingenuity, Volcano Imp. Don't really like Sunscape Familiar very much. I think the correct answer probably is to take Volcano Imp. Even if I don't end up like splashing Magma Burst, just having a Phyrexian Lens and a Dream Thrush in my deck means I can activate the First Strike ability. I also don't have any like color magic such that Sisei's Ingenuity would do anything particularly good for me. Urza's Guilt, this card is symmetrical, and even though it's a blue and black rare, doesn't really appeal to me at all, so I'll just take the flyer. And here, I think maybe I just take a Gainsay for the sideboard. I could consider a Morgue Toad, but I already have a couple Grey Ogre effects, so I don't think I really need this one. And I think this card's pretty reasonable, and at least I now don't have to play against this. Could also think about Pollen Remedy, but it's not a card I'm particularly interested in, so just grab the Gainsay. Be good against Springbok, perhaps. Alright, now in this pack, nothing particularly good. I could try to play the Stratodon for each basic land type, so it doesn't actually work with the Phyrexian Lens, but the lens does still ramp me a bit. I think I'm just supposed to take this Disciple of Kangi over the Stratodon. Just want to have cheap spells. Also, the flying ability probably can matter a little bit here and there. And okay, now to take an Aura Blast for the sideboard. I could also take Sinister Strength. It doesn't really fit what my deck is doing though. And I might need this from the sideboard, so I'm just going to grab it. It's also very efficient. 2 mana to blow up an aura and you cantrip. Alright, Alpha Kavu. This card is pretty reasonable. I could hate draft it from Cooper, but I don't think I cared that much about it, so I'll just take Malicious Advice. This pack ended up petering out for me pretty hard. I think that's because Rusty Knife is probably in at least one of my colors. Like, note that we didn't get any of the bounce spells that are really nice or anything like that. We only got the 1 Magma Burst, and then really just nothing absurd overall. So not It was, well, I guess that's not true. We did get Stormscape Battle Mage, so that one is still very good. But compared to pack 1, this was clearly not quite as powerful. I don't really care about these. I guess I could take Kavu Recluse if I end up being in some weird... I don't know. I don't think Airtie's Trickery is... I mean, I guess I could take this, but I can't really imagine what would need to happen for me to board this in. These cards are all really bad. I guess I'm going to take Exotic Disease. Okay, Planeswalker's Favor, sure. Yeah, it's funny. I'm like talking about how the pack wasn't very good for me. I still got probably at least 3 or 4 first pickable quality cards. Actually, maybe more than that. But I think what you can say regardless is that it really dried up. All right, and here we are with an Illuminate. There's also a Desolation Angel. So it's now decision time. This is tricky. Oh, that was X-Mage. That's what I'm going to be playing on. Okay, so here I basically have a pretty tough pick, but I have almost 2 minutes to figure it out. I have a bomb rare versus a pretty nice uncommon, and the difference is I need double black and double white for this, and I need only single red for this. So this is a lot of the time basically just 1-for-1 removal. I mean, sometimes you can do other stuff, but not always. Whereas this, if you cast this and if you kick it, you probably just win. So I guess I'm supposed to take the Desolation Angel. I don't know how likely it is that I'll be able to have the double white kicker. This is kind of me thinking now I might not even be able to splash the Magma Burst. I might just have to be straight Esper and take all the fixing I can get. But this card is obscenely powerful because not only is it like 5/4 is already huge for a creature in this format, but then it also has flying and it sends everyone back to the Stone Age. And I do have a Mana Rock, which not only casts this earlier, but also leaves me with a bit more mana after all the lands go. So yeah, I'm going to take Desolation Angel over Illuminate here. And now, geez, they give me a Jilt. Well, I'm not taking it. Looks like a rare was taken out of this pack, so it's hard to make that much meaning out of. The one thing I will say here, Consume Strength is very, very good, and I do think it's actually better than Jilt. Which, not too many cards, especially at common, that you can say are better than Jilt, but I do think Consume Strength is probably one of them. The nice thing here about taking the Jilt is even if I play 0 mountains, I do still have some red sources. I still have some nice creatures to bounce. So we'll see what ends up happening. But there basically is a chance that if I continue to see cards like this, that I could get really punished for taking the Desolation Angel. I mean, maybe not the biggest punish in the world, because I would be -1 Illuminate if I end up being Grixis, but now I'm faced with another really tough choice. There's the Dega Disciple that I just mentioned, but I can now basically take another really good blue-red card, or I can take this Piece of Fixing, and I think I actually need to take the Piece of Fixing. It's a really high pick for Reef Shaman, but the issue is if I don't take this, I just make my deck so much worse. I make it so much harder to kick the Desolation Angel. And this way I do get a bit easier access to the Magma Burst as well. So it's never an easy choice to take Reef Shaman over Quicksilver Dagger, but I do feel like it's a fairly disciplined choice, so hopefully that means it'll pay off. One thing that could punish me for this would be if I ended up seeing like a Helionaut, which Helionaut, I mean, it's a decent card. It's not an amazing mana fixer. But I guess the nice thing about the Reef Shaman is even if I just end up being Grixis, it'll still be a good card in my deck. And geez, okay, another Jilt. Well, there's the Helionaut I was talking about, but I'm not passing Jilt number 2. Um, and yeah, we might end up being able to kind of walk this line of putting only Esper cards into our deck with the only red mana pip and any of the mana costs of our cards being the red and the Magma Burst, but then just having 2 Jilts with the kicker. Yeah, this one really did Mayhem Strength. I mean, this is a... I love this set. This set makes me very happy, or block rather. So, yeah, I'm just really excited to be able to draft it. Let's grab the Jilt. And now, well, there's an Illuminate, and I think it's time to take it. Hey Ryan, how's it going? When you played this, it felt like the set had aged very well. Yeah, I feel like it has. Yeah, I think it's time to take Illuminate. And it's getting a little bit weird with the white. Index easy. No, I don't think so. Yeah, this is getting a bit awkward now. I think I want to take Dega Disciple. Second index, no. 0th index. Orum's Thunder, this card I do like, but I think taking the Dega Disciple makes the most sense for me at this point. It's kind of hard to be Esper in pack 3, but hopefully it's going to work out for me here. There's nothing particularly good for me in this pack. Could just take this Raka Disciple. Yeah, Urborg Elf, nothing wrong with that card. Indicate how they actually have they have that card in there. That's funny. Yeah, I think I'm taking this. I could take Angel Fire Crusader. I suppose I could take Soul Link. I just think that card's very bad. Maybe I just need creatures. What if I just take the Angel Fire Crusader anyway? I guess I'll just take it. I don't know. I think the chances that I play the Raka Disciple are pretty slim, even though the card is solid. I guess we're just 4 color in the end. Wow, okay, and I think I have to take this over Manacles. Manacles I do like, but I feel like I can't pass up the opportunity to sort of have perfect fixing. Because at this point I would have double Reef Shaman, a Dream Thrush, and a Phyrexian Lens for my 4 color deck. Well, that would be the opposite of perfect fixing. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab this and pass the Manacles. I might get another Manacles later if I'm lucky. Okay, Whirlpool Drake. Oh, wow. Raka Sanctuary? What is this card doing here so late? Well, I'm definitely taking it. Yeah, I have nothing to say about that other than how is this card here? Okay, Enlistment Officer, not the worst card in the world. Yeah, it is crazy. Alright. And here's a Whirlpool Rider that I don't think I want to play. Yeah, and it's even better in this format than in Chaos. The creatures are smaller and it's easier to have cards of the colors that you're looking for. Yeah, we're getting kind of nothing here at the end. I guess I could take a Necro Disciple. Gonna have some tough choices about whether or not I'm even supposed to play the Desolation Angel. Guess let's just keep grabbing creatures. We'll take the Aramath Mournful Zombie. I guess I'll take this. I don't really think Dwarven Landslide matters. So let's try to build this deck. I have a weird feeling I'm not going to be able to play Desolation Angel. Nice, cool. Well, if you have actual sealed product, then yeah, I'd be down for that. Okay. Double, whoops. Definitely happy to have double Reef Shaman. Nothing wrong with the Vodalian Merchant, even though we only got the 1 gating creature. Yeah, we could build 2 decks, not a bad idea. Let's get the Jilts in over here. Always want to play Illuminate, but this card is quite a bit more mana, as is the Magma Burst, as is the Spinal Embrace. And then these are like 6 drops. Build 3 decks. It sounds like a lot of work. Not sure about the Bog Down or not. I do want to play Phyrexian Lens. Oh, I obviously want to play Exclude, and Raucous Sanctuary will get in there as well. This is another 6 drop. And here's a Tower Drake. I think I just going to be really heavy blue, kind of splashing everything else. No, I wish I could play this on Moto, but I will have to play this on X-Mage. And I think my only other soldier for this is the Angel Fire Crusader. Because nobody else is going to be playing on Moto. Like these drafts are organized. Well, I mean, it's free to play, so I don't know. You're trying to argue with someone who agrees with you, so it's going to be a weird time. Okay, more interested in this than this. Definitely don't need these. This is like the maybe, this is the like possibly. So this is in the maybe, the possibly, the maybe, the maybe. One here and one there. No, I guess I don't really want to main deck them. Okay, well I have 5 cards here, so it feels straightforward enough to at least consider playing all of them. The one thing is, if I try to play Desolation Angel, that might just be insanely greedy. I think I do want to play Bog Down. And I think I want to play Prohibit. I only have 10 creatures. So I could... What could I do? I mean, these are all creatures. I can look at these as well. So now I'm looking to probably add 2 creatures to the deck. I could add this Dega Disciple. I feel like this makes sense to me. It's a cheap white card. I can splash for the abilities. The black ability is really strong. I think it's okay to leave this in the sideboard unless I just want a 3-drop, which I could. I don't think I'm supposed to play Volcano Imp, so let's rule that out. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. It's kind of a question between these 3 cards, like the super high upside card that, like, I could put this in my deck, and then I'm trying to, like, let's imagine that I naturally draw 1 swamp and 1 plains, and then at that point I'm looking to draw 1 of my 2 Reef Shamans and 1 of Dream Thrush and Phyrexian Lens. I guess that's really just asking too much. I could play this without the kicker, but yeah, I think let's just give up on that. And then Enlistment Officer. I do like this card, but yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree. Let's just go Shoreline Raider. The one notable upside about the Enlistment Officer is that it's a white creature for Raucous Sanctuary, so I'm going to be a little bit better at dealing 3 damage. Okay, so now we have... I have to figure out the mana. I probably want a minimum of like 2 plains, 3 mountains. So let's start there, and probably like 8 islands. So I need 17 lands. Let's go 8 here, 3 there, 2 here, 1 swamp. currently. Let's just go add lands and see what happens. Okay, so that's 15. So I need 3 more lands. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna be kind of prone to flooding, I feel like. But maybe that's fine. My cards are really good. I don't really know. Let's see what happens if I hit suggest lands. It goes 1 mountain, 2 islands. I don't think I want 2 islands here. Let's go 1. And then, do I want 1 plains? I guess I probably do. Yeah, I do, because then I have the Tower Drake that randomly benefits from that. Oh, but wait, I have, oh, no. I forgot that I have some extra black pips that really matter. I have the Stormscape Battle Mage and the Drowney's Pet. I want another black. Maybe I don't play another mountain. We just pretend it's equal. Sure. Got an X spell that's hanging off. Or no, it's not hanging out on the side. Cool. And I can actually see what I'm looking at, which is not what I'm used to on X Mage, but who knows what'll happen when we get into the games. Oh, all right, and you always want to take the draw in IPA just about. All right, I've screenshotted my deck and I have how many blue sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus a Phyrexian lens. Yes, I am keeping this. I would absolutely do that if it was affordable. I love IPA so much. Rocket Disciple turn 1. Okay, that's not what I love to see from putting my opponent on the play. All right, that is what I love to see. Island off the top, and we're in there. I'm definitely much closer than Inuence, but I have a feeling I'm still not actually very close. Okay, 2 main step. Prohibit. I don't think I want to be doing that. Yeah, drawing the island was pretty nice. All right, let's play the mountain, and I'll just play the Dream Thrush. Then I'll go to next turn. I'm not sure how I want to hose my opponent's mana. I just know that I do. I guess I turn the swamp into a mountain. Oh, well, if I give them a land of a type other than the type that they already have, then I might accidentally enable domain or like off-color things like the flying on the Rocket Disciple. So generally it's a good idea to just give them double of a color they already have. Okay, this is really not. Oh, okay. If they didn't send the Rocket Disciple, I was going to be pretty happy. I think I need to take the damage. Okay, so they're Jund, maybe, but with a Rocket Disciple. How many colors are they? Bloodfire Dwarf. Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay. So that's not a bad draw for me. Just basically drawing any land here is kind of nice. So I'm thinking I probably want to just play Drowney's Pet as the Gray Ogre. just so I don't get completely beaten down. Yes, that's right, nuance. That's quite close. That's Ryan. All right. Pass, and then now I think I'm supposed to, let's give them double green. The reason I want to do this now is because now they can't activate their Bloodfire Dwarf. They might have a pump spell. Yeah, it does seem like they probably have a pump spell. So I guess thinking about them having a pump spell means that well, I definitely need to block. I probably just block here. I can force them to play, oh god, they could have the +2/-2. That could be a nightmare for me. I guess I just block. Okay, that was fine. Morgue Toad. Alright. Not so bad. Just need to draw something that matters. They're kind of just playing a bunch of cards that don't really do anything, but they do have a bunch of cheap spells that they've cast. Okay, well, that's actually probably the nuts versus them. This thing is a Kavu. And yeah, I'm just playing land, using the Dream Thrush on upkeep. I don't know about that one, Ryan. All right, let's pass. There's the Gruul Kavu that's in Vintage Cube. I think that's from MH2. I don't really remember. Yeah. Love that the opponent is like so thrown by that. I kind of want to keep them off consume strength now. So let's just go here. And give them a forest. There's a chance I'm supposed to have used the Reef Shaman too. In fact, it was probably just correct to do that. Yeah, I could have just given them triple green here. That seems like it would have been a lot better. I mean, I don't know. They do have this Morgue Toad. I just want to, if I can just get to my turn, then we're doing okay. I might Magma Burst this Toad, but I don't think I'm supposed to, I don't think I'm supposed to trade. In fact, let's let them attack. I assume this thing's coming in. And then once they do this, declare attackers. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Trying to fire off this Reef Shaman, you know what I'm saying? Give you triple green. See what that's all about. Alright, so we're minus some life. They have triple green. They play an island. Okay. Yeah, I don't really understand like what their deck is, but I'm glad that I didn't give them random types or colors of mana. Ooh, the Sawtooth Loon. I don't think I really want to do that. I think this is just going to be time for holding up Magma Burst and Prohibit. Um, Legacy Weapon would be funny. I guess it would make some sense. All right, upkeep for starters. Let's turn off this island. You can have a forest. Or actually, oh, okay, that's not what I expected. Sure, resolves. It's also, there's a weird tension now between whether or not I even want to take them off of casting a spell for as long as I have this prohibit up. All right, so that happens. Let's just give them red, actually. Yeah, we'll just give them red, and then we'll... Wait. Okay. Just gotta watch my timer. And then we'll make that red as well. I could start making them white, but they do have this damage prevention thing, right? So I don't really want to do that. Okay, more islands. Sure. This is looking like it's going to be pretty straightforward, like a little bit weird to unkicked Magma Burst on a Morg Toad, but it does kind of look like that's where we're at. Take the damage first so I can keep holding up the Prohibit. Alright, they didn't do anything. I should look at how they scryed. Did not look at how they scryed, and no, I don't. Puts a card to the top of their library, I see. Well, the opponent now has us in the prison. Okay, they've decided that I'm allowed to spend my premium removal on their Grey Ogre. And now are they kicking a Magma Burst on me? I mean, I can't do anything, so it happens. Oh, they just... What? They played it unkicked. That doesn't seem right. So I guess that's probably the card they scryed to the top. Let's just go for Sawtooth Loon. And I guess I want to pick up Dream Thrush because that gets killed by the Bloodfire Dwarf. How do I want to do this? I guess I want to put the Loon to the bottom. goes to the stack first. So that means resolves last, right? So I want this to resolve last. Do this and then draw, and then we're just looking for lands basically. Okay, that works. And yeah, I could play another. Do I want to play another Reef Shaman? I guess I do. All right, let's get rid of one land, keep one land, play a land, play the Reef Shaman. We need to speed up here. Pass. Upkeep. Take you off red. You can have more blue. All right. Well, it's going to be tough for them to cast a 6-mana bomb, hopefully. Begin combat, declare attackers, no attackers. I like that. And recover. Oh, probably on the Morgue Toad. Well, the hilarious thing about this is now I can prevent them from casting it because I'm going to have double Reef Shaman. I guess they could. They put Shivan Zombie back? Oh, that's going to be really easy for me to prevent them from casting. Okay. So now I go to my turn, draw. Oh, or we just counter it. That works too. In fact, I think I want to just play an unkicked prohibit on that. So now begin combat, attack. Yeah, it's a nice hand for sure. Oh, I wasn't thinking about them being able to give flying to block, but thankfully that doesn't matter. All right, we're done hosing their lands. Look, we're so nice. No land hosing here. Opponent's like, what? It would be really fun if I somehow had 7 mana, and then I could Spinal Embrace, take their Bloodfire Dwarf, and then sack it, and then kill their board. Oh, I'm very silly, chat. I put my Dream Thrush to the bottom kind of for no reason. Maybe they'll sack some lands. Okay, well, regardless, I'm just kicking this. But I forgot that this couldn't actually kill the Dream Thrush. Now I'm trying to see if there's any chance they'll go to combat. So if they go to combat, then we can take them off the Shivan Zombie. But if they play it pre-combat, Radiant Flames on this. There's nothing we can do about that, I think. Because even if I turn their lands into swamps and islands, that it'll still deal 4, so that guy's dead. Sure. Alright, and then now they have 3/1/1s and they can attack and deal me 1. And we know their last card, so I don't have to hose their mana. I just have to worry about not timing out. Oh, rock. Well, don't mind if I do. All right, and then 2 Next turn, done. Turn this blue. I think there's basically no way they can get me here now. So now they're just in the spot where they can't do anything. They have a card in hand they can't draw, and they're just going to start getting pinged to death by this Raka Sanctuary. I take 2 damage here. I'm going to block here. I don't think it really matters. And then we're going to turn this blue for good measure. Island, pass. And then step 1, not really sure which one we want to kill. They're both like mildly, moderately annoying, something like that. Let's just kill the Bloodfire Dwarf. Okay, draw. Drew a great one. This deck is so slow, you guys. This deck is like obscenely slow. Oh, that's nice because now I start bolting there, guys. Okay. And then next turn, done. Upkeep, get the mountain, turn it into an island. Yeah, if we had the Desolation Angel, it would be faster. We did draw mana good enough to be able to play it if we needed to. The Glade Gnar. That's pretty annoying. And yet, we do just have the answer here. Do need to draw a land. Might end up like chumping or something otherwise. I guess I prevent their Glade Gnar from flying now, which is nice. Alright, I need one more land. I need one more land, gamers. Okay, they have a land. Oh, what? So they could have played their 2/2, but they just like tapped funny for no reason? That's weird. Alright, goodbye Rocket Disciple. Draw. Land, that works. I just want to steal their thing right now. Maybe that's not good. But look, we get to, oh, only during combat. So I have to go beginning of combat, and then now I can steal it. And then I get 6 damage in for my trouble and gain 6 life. Oh, I was confused why I didn't have it under my control. And then I figured it out. Okay. Get you for 6. They chomp, that works. Oh, it's gonna be a slow one, folks. All right. Now we'll turn off the black sources. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, whoops, I shouldn't auto yield there. Confirm active, or cancel active, skip. So I have Samite Elder, so if they go for Darigaz's Caldera, okay. Oh, so they actually can play the 2-2. It does also just die if they do it. Also, I now... Wait. Creatures you control gain protection from the colors of target permanent you control. So maybe I should have already done that. Yeah, they definitely should not be playing this. Okay. Anyway, we're all goofballs in the end, you know, when you think about it. Alright, we're gonna get ya. 1 damage at a time. Oh. It's pretty cursed. Okay, to next turn. Upkeep. Take you off green. Okay, they conceded, finally. I'm pretty sure that this is the correct build, though. Like, I think that I'm supposed to be torturing them like this. One of my favorite things about torturing them in that way was it actually seemed like it was correct to be changing what the Reef Shaman does, like, almost every single time. Like, once they play the Darigaz's Caldera, I can't keep them off black or red, so now the thing is I keep them off double black, and I keep them off green. Yeah, it does. I don't know. Let's cut the Drownlew's Pet and play the other Shoreline Raider. The other thing too is I don't feel like in this matchup, like the opponent seems to be trying to have some kind of attacking plan versus me. So it seems like having a 7-drop that's like very hard on my mana is not a good plan. Alright, keep. And they chose to play first as well. Very nice. Alright. Chromatic Sphere. Well, that is not the art that's in this set, but the card still is, so. Yeah, I'm wondering... I wonder which land I should... How many... Maybe I cut... could cut a mountain for the angel. Yeah, I feel like this hand... There are some awkward things about it. I think I will make it white now. Yeah, after never... The only thing that I saw was a white ability they never activated, so... I'll turn the swamp into a plains unless they do something else. Okay, to main step. Dream Thrush, nice. Man, the opponent's gotta be like, here we go again. Alrighty. Will they say it? Or will they just think it? Yeah, curving out and trolling them, both true. It's just so many clicks. In paper, it's like quite a bit less tedious. Yeah, good question, Inuance. Alright, we are now giving them white mana. Well, no, actually, I do want to give them red, specifically because of Tribal Flames. Just like other random domain cards, I don't know, whatever. Oh, the triple red. The sling. No! Alright, that's really bad for me. Oh, I think we're just dying to that. Well, Slingshot Goblin. I wonder if they boarded that in or if they just had it. Yeah. It's pretty bad. Now we can't even cast the Spinal Embrace. Outplayed. Okay, they target the Reef Shaman. Well, the Reef Shaman's got something to say about that. And it's saying that you have only mountains in play. But yeah, I mean, depending on what their draw is, I might be in horrendous shape. I don't really know. Remember, though, they did put me on the draw, so I do start up some resources there. Also, I have no idea what they're doing with this Chromatic Sphere, but I have a feeling they might not know either. No, never mind. Oh, they're going to make black mana and then play their 2/2? It looks like that's what's happening. It's going to be pretty annoying for me, sure. I do think they shot the wrong one, because now they take an extra damage for their trouble. Draw. Illuminate. Okay, that works. So now I get to do that, and then my bird doesn't die. That's a pretty nice one. No kicker. No kicker. X is 2 to you. All right. And then they have 2 red, 2 black. I think I just want the damage. And then hopefully we'll get them with the Ray of Command, the Spinal Embrace. It's the turn after next. Pretty happy that they left this one alive, though, and killed the other one. Ancient Kavu. Well, that is a good one. But it does get Shoreline Raided. Okay, Swamp. Wait, what? Oh, I just don't know how to tap lands. Nice. Oh, the best viewers have arrived. Oh, I probably should have attacked again. But this time I wanted to just do this for fun. Mountain, choose, done. All right, pass. So now the idea is we attack with the Shoreline Raider to try to bait them into the crackback, and because this isn't your typical Ray of Command, we actually get to still 2-for-1 them as long as they attack. In fact, it's a little bit better not to have 2 creatures that trade off, because then I get the life gain. What the heck is this? Alright, well, they're making it a little bit easier for me, so I'll block the Kavu with my Pro Kavu guy. Take 2. Quagmire Druid, okay. I mean, it's all kind of the same. Doesn't really matter too much. Bog Down. That's interesting. I don't think I'm allowed to go for it yet, though. So they might end up taking the trade with this Shoreline Raider, but that's fine. I'm just going to try to make it look like I'm being really aggro for no reason. As long as they don't kick a Bog Down on me, we should be okay. If they kick a bog down, then we're in trouble. Okay, they do trade, that's fine. They remember the spinal embrace, which they probably won't because they probably think that it's not necessarily an instant because I think they're new to the format and we played it at sorcery speed. But if you see me pass with 6 mana up like this, I think it's pretty clear that you should not. I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe they're so low percent that they don't really have a better option. But that was a beating. All right. You draw a Fairy Squadron, very nice. So now I think I want to prevent the Kavu Scout from being able to attack into the Fairy Squadron. So if they play a third land type, I can just turn that off right away. I'm going to try to make it look like there's not... Well, no, I'm actually supposed to hold the land in my hand because I have Sawtooth Loon in my deck and because I have the 1/2 that loots on ETB. So I'm supposed to do this, and then I'll pass. We're going to see if they can trick themselves into thinking they're supposed to attack. Okay, as soon as they go to combat here, which I imagine they're about to do, we're going to turn this mountain into a swamp. All right. Mountain into a swamp. And then we're passing. Wow, what is this? I don't even know what this would be. I guess it doesn't matter though. It's probably like Tribal Flames or some weirdness. I'm just gonna let it happen. Like Tribal Flames and they're like 2-for-1ing themselves would be the idea. But I just outrace them by having a 3/3 flyer. I don't know if it's bluffing necessarily. It's not impossible. Right. Sack 2 lands. Sure. Yes. Target you. Black. White. Blue. Sack. Blue. White. Done. And okay. So they kept whatever their last card is, which doesn't really matter to me. So I'm just going to try to kill them. So let's just attack for 4. The Volcano Imp. Alright. Reef Shaman is the draw. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to play a land last turn because I could have found a 6-drop. So I'll do that this turn. And then we're still okay in the race. I think I'll do this time. All right, give you a swamp. Okay, they found the island. So I get punished for doing that, but that's okay. Yep, it was the tribal flames. I was right. Yeah, now I'm at real risk of kind of just flooding out and not doing anything. Um, oh, maybe I shouldn't have played land that time. Anyway, all right, let's go to next turn. Pretty annoyed with myself for going for the proactive mana thing when I put them, like I already put them on that card and then I knew they were missing blue mana. So it's like pretty easy to see how bad it was to, ugh, yeah. I don't really have another choice though. I think I just have to go for this and then turn off the blue. Yeah, oh well. Sure. Then we go to game 3. Yeah, I need them to cast something that is meaningful. And then I need to draw my Stormscape Apprentice. Feels like they have something that matters. Okay, they're not playing it though. Sure. Ugh. I think I'm just, I don't know. I can still top deck the Stormscape Apprentice, I guess. And I have to double chump. Good thing I'm up on time. Yeah, this was a winning game if I played it better. Drew a hell of a lot of lands, but still. Yeah, we're out here giving first strike, sure. How about some swamps? What's happening here? Be really funny if I drew my Manolith right now. Ugh. Alright, well, hopefully... Alright, concede. And then... I think I'm just supposed to play the stupid angel. I don't know, I could play Drownley's Pet, but that doesn't really look like what I'm supposed to do. So let's just get this in there, cut a mountain. Could play Whirlpool Rider, actually. I think I don't want to, though. I don't know, whatever. You're on the play. Alright, this looks better. Try again. This deck is very good, but it's exhausting to try to play it correctly. I figured they would have understood what was happening because I put them on the play in the previous games, or in game one rather. That's a pretty island. Oh man, it's just so exhausting. It's so many clicks. The only way it's worth it is if I play it well enough to win. If I don't, then it's just a bunch of clicks for nothing. Caldera. Oh no. Please don't play the goblin. No, don't play. No. Well, we tried. What am I supposed to do? I mean, this will result in them dying. I guess the answer is this. Oh wow, they didn't respond. All right. Oh, they have red mana anyway. Okay, that's fine. That guy's dead. It's true. It's so cursed. It's really funny, but it's also really cursed. I think I'm supposed to block and give pro red, by the way, because creatures you control gain protection from the colors of target permanent you control until end of turn. Yeah, well, the thing, they can't do anything about it because I can give protection with the Samite Elder. The Rock of Sanctuary is the correct colors for me to shoot you. Two main step. Islands. Play this guy. The hilarious thing is this actually wouldn't work if they had a red untapped right there. Yeah, the Elder. That makes sense. Yeah, the Elder is very stupid. Oh, wait. So if they have the whatever it is, tribal flames, if they point the tribal flames at the shoreline raider, then I have to activate in response, and then the slingshot goblin kills that. But that doesn't actually, that's not even that bad for me. So that, okay. Croesus Charm. Bounce that. Okay. So I can't, so my guy's gonna die basically. That's what's happening, because I can respond, um, which, I mean, I guess I will do. But now they just slingshot and kill it, so. Wow, they did. All right. They did not. That's why we do that, because sometimes they don't do the thing. All right, to my turn. Need to draw a land pretty badly. I mean, we're like pretty clearly winning this game regardless, but pro Kavu, pro red, got all these pros. Opponent is down to 3 minutes and change. 3.5 minutes. We're on 7. All right, they do nothing. We draw a Magma Burst. Let's replay this. If we do it confidently enough, then they won't kill the Shoreline Raider. No, they figured it out. All right, fair enough. So now the joke is if they go for an attack with both, I can't block the Kavu because they can turn it colorless, even though I can give pro red. Like, I'm at 20. Traveler's Cloak. Okay, it's fine. Yep, they gave protection to the wrong, or they gave unblockable to the wrong one anyway. If they leave this Slingshot Goblin untapped, it's going to be awkward for me. Because then I can't protect the thing twice with the Samite Elder. But no matter. I could draw another Plains. That would work. Yeah, I do have Magma Burst. I'm probably going to have to use it. I would prefer not to. Oh, Illuminate. I can't. Oh, I actually targeted the wrong one. That's hilarious. If I targeted the other one. No, I guess I'd be a mana off. Alright, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's just kill the... Well... 1 second. I think I'm supposed to... What the hell? think I'm supposed to kill this. Red. Gotta be at least a little bit careful of my clock. What's happening here? So just not letting me I don't understand. Now I'm gonna lose because this thing won't let me go. Temporary freeze. What can I do about this? I have 5 minutes. Oh my god. That is literally what helped, just telling them all to go away. That's hilarious. Alright. No, I actually can't attack with this hilariously, whatever I'm trying to say. Alright, pass. Oh, whoops, I shouldn't have yielded like that. Cancel active skip. Sleeping potion. Whenever the thing becomes the target of a spell or ability, sack sleeping potion. So here's the funny thing. This thing enters, and then I will choose this permanent. Alright, 4 minutes. Opponent has 2 minutes. They play a Volcano Imp. Okay, that goes here. Oh, we do draw the white mana. Nice. Yeah. Can actually... Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy about it, but I guess you got me. Oh, discard 3. Okay, sure. Who needs cards? Where we're going, we don't need cards. See, opponent? How about them apples? I don't even know what landwalk this is giving. Island, sure. Yeah, we did. It was fun. I got a Hell Rider in my Dark Ascension pack. Quicksilver Dagger. And they have 40 seconds. I think them having 40 seconds means I'm supposed to let them draw extra cards. Maybe kind of cursed, but you know, whatever. Oh. Oh, I didn't think about if I tapped Island first, I would be able to get out of this annoying situation. So they control the. I think I draw a card. I guess I'm not going to get to find out. All right, you're on the play. All right, that was nice and cursed. Nice and cursed. Whew. Double Gravecrawler. Well, that's a nice one to have in multiples, I suppose. The Reef Shaman to the rescue. Wow, that was insanely cursed. Like, supremely. No, that wasn't even a Kermit voice. That was just a regular voice. Guess I don't need all these islands at this point. Let's just get this guy down. Yeah. Alright, 2 next turn. Oh, hello. Undo. Done. Stupid thing. Upkeep. Turn you into a blue. I hope you wanted to have blue up this turn, opponent. Pincer Spider. Okay. Pretty decent card. I think I need to get this Samite Elder down. Ah! Plains. The Benjamins. Okay, they're in declare attackers. We're gonna see, yeah, they do want to attack, that's fine. Wow, they didn't do anything else. Okay, well I like that. I guess we're just kind of out racing them. That merfolk is awesome. This is also a merfolk, but I assume they're not talking about that. Okay. Yeah, they exclude. Hey Merc, good to see you. Yeah, we are not shoreline raiding anymore, but that is a-okay. It's fairly unlikely that they're going to have something here. Means reach. How about an island? Yeah, I know what the card does. I didn't know what the symbol was. Yeah, I considered it Inuence, but I figure it's better to develop first and then go for that later. Also, like next turn, for instance, I could just draw land and play Dream Thresh and have exclude up. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. I do like that they have symbols for different abilities, though. Okay, well, they have white mana anyway. Ooh, Llanowar Elite. That card's extremely bad. So they must have some kind of way to bounce it. That's the only logical explanation. Okay, and we do draw the land, and we will do this. Hold up the pure Grixis manas just to psych them out a little bit. And then at this point, pretty free to attack with the Odalion. Yeah, it doesn't really matter that we're bluffing that, but if it does matter somehow, then, you know, I guess we have it. Right, you may have an island. I'm gonna be so good at these Reef Shaman activations by the end of this. Looks like we're just kind of outracing them with like our random anemic dudes. I definitely should have main decked that bomb. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was just being cowardly, but I will board it in. And then if we trophy, we're gonna have a screenshot of the deck with the bomb in the main as if we were not cowardly. Yeah, well, that's just the tech. All right. I hope they didn't pass priority very long ago. I just saw the thing, so. Yeah, I don't know if it's as good as a Goblin Bomb. Oh, they didn't attack. I like that. Rushing River. What the hell are they doing that on? Yeah, this is not a good Rushing River opponent. This is a Samite Elder's broken moment. They just sacked a land and discarded a card to tap my Samite Elder, bro. I mean, I guess if they had shackles, then it kind of makes sense. Oh. Yeah, that is this format in a nutshell. Lots of moments. All right, we have this island that we want to loot away if possible. Not really doing anything right now because they have a reach guy, so we're just going to pass and then turn off their white mana. What bomb am I talking about? What the flavor text is going on there, Ryan? I can't even tell that Ryan did it, but I just know that no one else would do such a thing. And sure enough, it's Ryan. Alrighty, right into the old exclusion. Yeah, so the bomb is the Desolation Angel or whatever that card's called. Right, pass. It didn't attack last time, I don't know. Okay. I think I want. Does it matter? I don't really know if it matters. Let's, I guess, play a land. Plains. Well, because the creature they were going to bounce is the 1/1. And the 4/4 first strike is, I don't know, maybe you're just trolling me. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I fell for it though. Alrighty, pass, and then we're gonna bluify that forest. Or actually, no, it should become a plains. It's so tricky to make sure you always get the right one. It's never like, I mean, it's a straightforward like formula, but you have to think about it every time. All right. They can't really do anything to me. Remember that turning a thing blue and giving it flying walks into the Samite Elder a little bit as well. I'm just drawing some lands that don't matter. And I think I'm down to send in a Vodalian Merchant. It's a brave soldier. I could think about trying to bounce it with the Jolt, and the fact that that gets me a loot, but I just want to push some damage, you know? Yeah, so they do this, that's fine. Oh, they don't do that, that's also fine. Alright, red. Looks like this game is not even going to be very tedious. Whew, tedium avoided. Oh, wait. Ah, I clicked through. Let's turn off the green mana. Did you guys like that wah sound? Alright, plains. There's some story about Brian Kibler and Desolation Angel. Don't remember what happened now. Yeah. What's my favorite giant spider flavor text? Alright. Combat. They really should have attacked with this pincer spider at some point. Okay, yes, I am familiar with fancy footwork. What's up, ball? Okay, man, this is too many islands. Guess I play one. Yes, I know Dauntless Onslaught. And then there is at least one green combat trick that does the same thing, right? Synchronized Strike. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. That's really funny, Ball. Yeah, I do appreciate that. Oh, you're right, Mercurio. Well, it's at least the same as Synchronized Strike, but regardless, they're very similar effects. Man, I keep going to draw step by accident. I'm getting sloppy, chat. Alright, plains. But the less on, less in thing is still funny. Okay, opponent is just done taking game actions. They're just never going to cast a spell again, or attack, or block. They've had enough. And look, we're just drawing lands, and it doesn't matter. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, nobody's out here casting spells. The only thing that's happening is I'm turning creatures with 1 power sideways. Well, I guess this has 0 power, but you get the idea. Look, I'm not going to click through for no reason. You guys proud of me? We're so focused. We're so tight and accurate. All right. Well, no innuendos, but yes, tight. Okay, they've unlocked green mana. You mean... Oh, so you don't mean Desolation Angel, right? Had a creature in play, but the opponent forgot the trigger? That's wild, okay. So they just played 7 mana 5/5 flyer. I mean, that's an L, sounds like. Okay, yeah, they just, at some point, they just don't even want to do anything. Like, that's their own prerogative, I don't know. Well, I kind of want to try to kill them. Let's play land. Attack here. The thing is, they're gonna like confound this. Like, what are the chances they don't have confound, actually? Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm just not doing it. Because I could try to lethal them with this, the red kicker. I think I'm. Do I have enough mana? I have 4. So I would need. Oh, no, that's too much mana anyway. This thing is so much mana. Because I would need 9, and I only have 8. Oh, you know what we can do? Chat. Look, I found the line, guys. Don't worry. We found the line. We're gonna, on our upkeep or something, turn the islands. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna turn the islands off. And then we're gonna and then we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Demolish Lancer, sure. That works. Oh. Alright, well they made it really easy. I'm just gonna pass. Now they can't even have Confound. Bruh. Alright. I guess they could. No, they can't even have the Air Ties counter target kicker card. So let's just put this on the thingamabob. Choose no. 5. Select a Doodaroo. Kablam! Alright, that wasn't that tedious at all. Regular amounts of tedium only. Okay, let's get the mountain out of the deck. The cursed mountain that was never meant to be. Rip. And let's get the Desolation Angel in there, obviously. Card is broken. Who cares if I'm super heavy blue and black and white are splashes? I have double Reef Shaman plus Stream Thrush plus Phyrexian Lens, so clearly you just splashed double black, double white in your super heavy blue deck. Okay. They're putting me on the play, but I have this hand, which is fine. So we'll go 2 main step. Nice words from the opponent. I don't really understand them. Like, I don't understand why the opponent's saying that. Okay, they didn't do anything. Wow, man, my deck is so kind to me. Even when we're like, look at this draw. We are now um we're now in a place where if we draw any one land, we basically have Flame Tongue Kavu, and then we just also have better Ray of Command. That is a very good card that they just played. All right. I hope they can't pick it up. If they can pick it up, then I'm pretty sad. All right, this feels like they could very easily have exclude. Well, we're not quite there, but I'd like to believe we'll get there someday. I'm not going to do anything until they do something first. I'm not in a hurry here. Hell, they'll deck before me if it comes down to it. So they showed me exclude, but they can also have confound. The whole idea is just I need to force them to do something first. All right, just keep playing lands. It's pretty nice to draw lands here. I mean, it's not. I guess there's not really such thing as a bad draw. A bad draw would be if I drew 3 spells in a row and then had to discard the hand size somehow, but I don't think we would realistically get to that point. I mean, that is one such spell where it is awkward for me to have drawn it. Great card, but it just doesn't do anything here. Right, opponent finds white mana. They go for this guy. Yeah, you can have that guy. I still don't think I'm actually supposed to do anything, is the weird thing. Alright, just draw land, that works. I wish it was 2-ball, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the good news is it's IPA, and we're hanging out, and we're in this like unlosable position with a ridiculous deck. The bad news is, yeah, it's just really hard to look at. Quirion Elves. Okay, you got it. It almost feels like I have a Wrath the way I'm just not playing anything. Crimson Acolyte. Okay. Well, that one I'm going to try to kill with Jolt. Oh, wait. Oh, that one's not even that bad for me, though, in terms of having a way to kill it or not. I do think I'm supposed to go for the Jolt, though. So let's go end of turn. Yes. Return you to hand. Deal you 2 damage. They can have Confound here. I don't think they have Confound in their deck. They have Rushing River. That makes more sense. And that's totally fine. This is one of the things that we were aware that they could have. The only annoying thing about this is that... Wait, did they... What the hell? Did they kick that? I don't understand why they kicked that. New tactics, says the opponent. How many cards do I draw? I can't do the mana on this. 5. I think I draw like 3. An entire clove of garlic? That's absurd. That's really funny though. Alright, select you. All right, looks like it's pretty over because we now have Desolation Angel with the kicker mana, just like that. I mean, I like garlic, but that is ridiculous. An entire clove of garlic in a sandwich. Man, now I kind of want a sandwich. Okay, they're putting the Reef Shaman back. Okay, that's fine. I don't think this opponent really understands IPA. Like, I think they're, it's one thing to be new to it, and it's another thing to not understand it. I don't think this player understands it. All right, let's go for this. White, black, blue, blue, whatever, whatever, whatever. I could have like gotten the Samite Elder down, but I just don't care. But no, I should have, because then I could start attacking. Glimmering Angel. I still have to like continue to respect random counterspells from them, which is pretty obnoxious. Until they tap out, I can't really play the Desolation Angel. Excuse me. Tower Drake. Okay, we're just gonna keep playing random cards. Maybe they'll counter this one. It's kind of nice to have some exclude bait. Oh, that resolved. All right. All right, you have another island. You've won another island. Congratulations on your new island. All right, they're rumbling. I think that is how you say aloud. Nope, they are not rumbling. That is still definitely allowed. Oh, prohibit. Now I kind of want 11 mana. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so I need one more mana. All right, in that case, just do this so they can't block with the jungle barrier. Smork, smork, smork. Remember, they also can't block the Glimmering Angel into the Tower Drake because of the Reef Shaman. Opponent's just in a world of hurt. I mean, the fact that we're almost at a point where we can cast the kicked Desolation Angel and have kicked Prohibit backup, like, you don't get to that kind of spot every day. In fact, you basically never get to that kind of spot. Oh, I shouldn't have given them Yeah, I accidentally gave them double white. It's funny that like it really does not matter. Is the only thing. So I'm gonna let it resolve. Okay, they attack, that's fine. Alright. This one is drawing to a close. If we just draw a land, we basically win the game on the spot. Maybe not basically, maybe just literally. It's not a land. But it is just as fun as one. So let's do it. Blue, blue, black. I should have realized this is another totally reasonable thing. I can just put this in my deck, put the angel in my deck, and then pitch it to the Drownley's Pet, and then I just have 7/7 flyer. Whee! I have protection from their colors that interact, and I'm just gonna kill them, dude. Yeah. Counterspell, we've got removal, we've got the other removal. It's over. In fact, I can even pro white first, and then I just have lethal. I can magma burst their face and pro white, and that kills them next turn. I'm kind of done messing around too. I just want this to be over. Even as the torturer, as opposed to the tortured in the situation, I have my limit. I can't just do this forever. You know, we gotta get to round 3. And then I'll see if I can torture that person. Yeah. I don't know. There's something uniquely toxic about old Magic. Like, I'm really not trying to, like, just win. I'm trying to prevent them from even being able to play. Temporal Spring. Yeah, we're countering that. Well, actually, wait a minute. I just Samite Elder that, yeah? Yeah, what's up, Ball? Ron Browse. Okay, they're going again. I don't know who Ron Browse is. It feels like it's not a real person. It feels like it's some horrible meme that I'm like stepping in shit by saying this or something. The worst music ever recorded. Oh no. Tactics. I don't really know what to say to that. It's funny, but it's sad. Alright, let's just pro white. Done. And then not quite Mercurio. We went for the next best thing, which is discarding it to the Drownley's Pet. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm playing possibly Xenohedron. Wait, no, I'm playing Pablo Virus. Okay. Alright, so we effectively have a 6-lander here, and that is not going to cut it. Let me just double check if I'm missing anything. I'm thinking eventually ball. Oh god, I think I have to keep this hand, but man, this hand is yucky. Also, we randomly got extra info before keeping by the opponent saying that their deck was slow. Oh, we drew the island. This is just a vanilla 1/1, so I'm not supposed to play it. If it's a flying man, you can at least think about it. Okay. Prohibit, that's a nice one. This is where it's really nice to have a million. Oh wow, the opponent doesn't have a land drop. And I have a million lands in my deck, and we have multiple land drops. Alright, feels good, man. They might be discarding the hand size here. Yep, they're discarding the hand size. What do they got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Root Greeble. Alright, there's Sultai. Alright, blue. Kicked Prohibit if we need it. Fairy Squadron on the way. Also, if they play a 2-drop, we can bounce it, and then they have to discard with the Jolt, so it's basically a recoil. And that counts. I think I'm supposed to do it. They pitched the Duskwalker. Okay, that's interesting. Well, fuck this, says the opponent. They're out of there. That's IPA, baby. Alright. What happened that game? They showed me Sultai stuff. I don't know. I definitely want my Angel, though. And then do I want Gainsay? I think I don't know. Let's just say no for now. Figure it out later. Alright, good hand. And it looks like I'm on the play. Not happy to be on the play in IPA, but like if I had to be, this is a good hand to be on the play because I have turn 2, get on the board and fix my mana. Well, that would have been nice, but not exactly reasonable for me to complain. Oh, also now I'm supposed to not even play the Reef Shaman, which is kind of its own goofy thingamabob. Yeah, so now just attack, go to next turn. Not sure how likely it is for me to want to exclude. If it's like Ebony Tree Folk or something, then sure. If it's like a random X2, I don't really care about that. That is annoying enough that I will get rid of it. The Sawtooth Balloon. Alright. Sure. Kind of interested in just hosing their mana now. So we can start doing that like pretty extremely. Do this. Play a Reef Shaman. Hello. Let's make you green. I think they are not playing red, so next turn I might just turn all their lands red. Alright. Oh, that was a nice one. I guess I can't hose all their lands anyway. I think I just want to replay my Loon. So let's go, or my Shaman rather, or at least have the ability to replay it. So we'll do this, and then we gotta stack the triggers right. Alright, so I want to, goes to the stack first. So I want this to go to the stack first. Then done. Pick up El Refo. Reckless Spite. Okay, sure. Obviously not good for me, but not the end of the world either. Opponent is going to lose 5 life for their trouble. Okie doke. Pick this up. And then draw 2, put 2 on the bottom. Well, I definitely get rid of this. I think I get rid of the Dega. I don't know, the Dega is like really good. They have a lot of cards in hand. Let's just get rid of Bogdown. Alright. Play you. And pass to your turn. I think I'm supposed to turn off their green here. This feels like a deck that might have green as a fixing color. If they mind drop me, I'm incredibly sad. But if they don't, and they just like play a guy or something. Okay, Rith's Grove, sure. Well, they didn't tap the thing for mana. That's weird. What are they up to? I don't get it. Are they gonna like +2, -2, kill one of these, let the other live? That was close. Tribal Flames on that. Sure. Really do not mind that a whole lot. Okay, 2 main step. The Vodalian Merchant. Well, I don't really want to play that, so I think I won't. And we're just going to take the Ritz Grove and paint it black, I suppose. Blue mana has arrived. There's the Urborg Elf that they prevented them from casting last turn. They were going to be able to cast it no matter what this turn. Okie doke. Seems like there's probably limited utility of messing with their lands. I don't really want to do anything, so I guess I won't. So they have, I guess I do keep them off red mana and double white though by going after the land, so I guess I will go after it again. How about more black mana? Hooray! Okay, they have the whole Wooburg thingamajig going on here. Feels like I could get Legacy weaponed and just die. That would be rough. Can't really beat that. Well, I mean, maybe I could beat it. I don't really know. Okay, but let's play this. The time has come. More lands than we need. And Samite Elder. I think I want to play that. I think that's fine. Darigaz's Charm. 3 damage, probably to my Samite Elder. Yep, it is dead. I guess if I had done that differently, I could have jilted and killed that and saved it, but I would have needed 7 mana for that. I'm not even playing out land number 6 right now, so in other words, I'm just not actually that close to it. Not even like messing up their mana very badly at this point, but still just correct to do, so obviously we'll do it. Sure, more random 1/1s. Spinal Embrace. I don't think I'm going to need to be doing that here. And at this point, I'm not going to mana hose them anymore. They can do whatever they want. Or pass the turn, that works for me. I think I'm supposed to play the land. Is that true? I guess not, actually. I can just play around like a random bog down or whatever for a long time. Well, no, let's play the land. Alright, fine. Fine. Because now I can draw the Desolation Angel and cast it kicked, which I can't do if I don't play the land. I just need them not to have Legacy Weapon. If they can just not have Legacy Weapon. Ebony Treefolk. Well, that is very scary. But it does just die to Spinal Embrace, so I think I just fire that off. Oh, they've lost connection. Well, it gives me extra time to think about it. I guess... No, it's gotta just be correct to Spinal Embrace it. I can do it on my turn and get an attack in. Seems reasonable. I can't kill it with the Stormscape Battle Mage, right? Because it is a black creature. There's the Desolation Angel. Well, I don't really want to go for that just yet. So for now, let's go here, Pretty funny to draw that immediately following the turn where I said that I could draw that and it would be uncastable if I didn't play the land. All right. I can taste the trophies on the tip of my tongue or something. Harrow, okay. All I need to know is that they don't have a counterspell or instant speed removal. Well, I think I go for it. Just see what happens. I don't know. Well, but now I drew this, so now I'm just going to do this instead. I'll do this to gain a life. Gain that life. All right, opponent, terminate. Good thing I didn't play out the 5/4. Here's a Dega Disciple. I actually think I'm going to try to kill that. But not yet. Well, no, we can kill it now. Yes. No, I'm going to pay 1 life to gain 3 life. Wait, uh-oh. All right, let's try again. Yes. Yes. There we go. I don't know how I did that wrong, but I know that I did. You look like a non-black creature to me. Oh, the Raka Sanctuary. I can just continue screwing around here for a long time, so I'm just going to keep doing that. Oh, they just go for this? I guess I say no. Return hand. 2 damage to you. Just like do random lines. I don't know. We're all about the random lines. Treva's Charm. Okay, yeah, they actually got me. But here's the thing. Now we just play this. And we're still chilling. Boop. So now they have no mana when we go for the Desolation Angel. They'll have like 1 land in hand or something. We'll Snoop Boop on the Kazoo, and then main step, seems like they're F6'd. I don't have mana to counter, so I won't try. Yes. White. Okay, GG's. Black. Okay. We've done it! We have trophied!